High schools and community colleges working together. It's a powerful strategy to open doors for students in close equity gaps. Dual enrollment helps students take college courses while still in high school, setting them on a path to higher education and beyond. The Dual Enrollment for Equitable Completion Initiative, or DE4EC, highlights 10 partnerships between community colleges and high schools across California. These partnerships focus on ensuring African American, Latina, first generation, and low-income students have equitable access to and success in dual enrollment programs. But how are these innovative partnerships redefining the potential of dual enrollment, particularly for those who historically haven't had these opportunities? Are we witnessing the dawn of a new era in education where dual enrollment bridges not just academic gaps, but also societal divides?
I see the dual enrollment work as making real an equity promise to our community and to our schools that we're saying that we're partners with.
One thing that's come up, not just for us, but right, when we talk to colleagues at different campuses, it's like just off top, that initial deficit mindset that folks, whether it's faculty, administrators, or maybe even students themselves sometimes might have about their ability to succeed and do really well in DE courses.
We have some teachers, they want students who are ready for MIT or Harvard or something. Sometimes I tell the students, you may not be ready for Stanford or something, but I'm hoping to raise you up enough so that you can get in there. You can get whatever school you want.
Dual enrollment has become part of the college's equity plan, part of the college's strategic enrollment management plan, and part of the college's overall strategic plan.
Our DE scholars are some of the highest achieving scholars in terms of their completion rates on campus, which is quite incredible.
The outcomes that we see with dual enrollment students in terms of increased enrollment into their first semester, increased success in their college classes, and increased completion of college classes and programs, those are the same metrics that we use to measure effectiveness overall in terms of our strategic plan, and so dual enrollment aligns perfectly with those.
As an educator throughout my career, I've been fascinated by what we heard of the term achievement gaps. I became fascinated with finding ways to address these gaps because we know all of our students are brilliant and they can perform at the highest level. So what better way to do that than to provide college course opportunities to high school students so they can see themselves thriving at the college level, see themselves as college students, see themselves as fully capable of achieving the highest success.
I feel really excited because I go into the high schools and I'm taking the community college into their classroom, and I'm making that connection with them because we offer so much here at Hartnell College and they don't know about it. And so I'm bringing the college to the students.
The dual enrollment program is a lever towards the institutional mission of Fresno City College as a powerful mechanism for equity and getting faculty at the high school side and administration on the high school side and faculty and administration on the community college side to see how this can benefit both institutions with this collaborative, sometimes messy work that we do. That's really what excites me and continues me on with this work.
It is a shared responsibility with the district, the high school, the counselor, the principal, that they all have this vision, but at the same time going back and saying, let's see what we can, getting the department chair into there.
It's being able to bring those opportunities to the rural communities and be able to provide the exposure to students that may have not been able to think of the possibility of going to college, becoming a college student, and knowing that these opportunities are there regardless of where they come from, how much money they have, and the resources that they're able to tap into as high school students.
A lot of students feel that maybe college is not an option for them or they're not ready for college. So getting that opportunity to take college early on will encourage them to continue their education.
As dual enrollment students, they're able to have those resources.
We don't want to set up students for failure. We want to make sure that it's intentional, strategic, and it's something that, you know, if it's a sequential classes to get that certificate, as well as UC-CSU transferable units to a university.
We're really excited at the transformational power that is going to come to our community. It is our goal to disrupt poverty, to disrupt cycles of trauma that our students are in, and to move our students from survival mode into dream mode of what's coming and what can be.
Engagement drives change. DE4EC demonstrates a proactive shift in how dual enrollment programs recruit and reach historically underrepresented students. This initiative focuses on strategies that not only increase awareness, but also actively bring dual enrollment opportunities into communities that need them most. But how are these opportunities being extended and adapted to reach all students? And what role does community engagement play in ensuring these programs not only exist, but thrive?
I believe we have our fingers on the pulse of student needs. These are kids that live in our service area. We're not looking to recruit necessarily from outside the state or internationally. We're looking for students in our own service area down the street.
The community college is open access. It doesn't matter where you come from and what you do, right? It's this opportunity to come to school. If you're a low-income first-generation college student, you're able to apply for financial aid and get support and get state aid.
Access to these free courses while in high school increase the impetus or desire to want to take more courses later on, helping them to understand that there's financial aid out there that they want to continue as far as they can go. Dual enrollment helps to establish that.
Access is the point of the community college, what makes us different and unique from our four-year partners. And so I see dual enrollment as an extension of that.
DE can actually just be quite life-changing. Maybe they're the first in their fam, potentially, and what it means to experience being in their first college class and truly be affirmed about how capable they are to succeed and and thrive.
Our goal was to have a paradigm shift. How do we ensure that our students understand that this is beneficial, have our K-12 partners understand that this should be open to all.
For students to get a head start, whether it be 3 units or 20 units, they're getting a head start. And again, those connections they built, they're in a better position to when they matriculate to have more momentum moving forward because they've already been in the game. This is not their first game now.
To systemically have every student get the messaging of all the benefits and resources of dual enrollment. We have to push the messaging in terms of being very cognizant to our families that only speak Spanish or our families that speak Mandarin, to be sensitive and to message it in a way where they're going to be getting it firsthand.
The most exciting thing for me, and it just happened this last class that I taught at Soledad High School, was the student asked me, when can I register for my next class? Because next semester I want to take the English class. What day can I register? And that to me is like one of the most rewarding. When they're ready, they got it, and they want to take the next step.
The ones that have gone through a DE experience, they seem to be much more knowledgeable and better advocates of their own educational path. And I think it's because of the experience that they've been exposed to and this idea of communal support.
RDP Consulting's 3-year study took this foundation further, working to clarify what makes these partnerships successful, elevate best practices, and catalyze strategies to enhance equitable student success. Their findings show that students in DE4EC partnerships achieved higher rates of college readiness and were significantly more likely to complete critical transfer-level math and English courses in their first year compared to their peers. But how are these programs designed to meet the unique needs of each student? What strategies are being implemented to ensure that education is not only accessible, but also tailored to the diverse paths students may take?
It's when we, as counselors, when a student comes in, we treat them like family. It's not, right? It's not like you're just a student. We want you to feel like you're a part of the family and we're here to support you. So I think that's the mindset we go with, and that's what we want our students to feel and believe.
Even by sharing my own personal experience, hoping that they can see that it's all possible. And that you don't have to know, but being in college and doing the assignments, learning the skills, writing, turning things on time management, all of those things help with being successful in college, at the university, and then in a career.
And I remind them that even though this is a high school setting, we still have to be, appropriate. We still have to be professional and treat your, fellow students with respect. Even though the assumption is this is a high school environment, we're still in a college classroom.
We started a program, which we call NOVA, where we take rising high school ninth graders, so recent 8th grade graduates. We work with our partners at the local middle schools to identify students who they believe will benefit most from this pathway. And we have them on campus during the summer, and they take a series of career exploration courses with us that are college courses.
Definitely sharing the information at an early age, sharing them at the elementary level and finding those events for families to be aware early on, because the earlier they know, the better prepared they're going to be once they reach high school level.
Now we're seeing some of the 2024 graduating class was actually from our first cohort of NOVA, and many of them are with us in our Puente and Umoja programs this year as their first year of college.
Fresno City College is very affordable, but if they would have pursued it at a private college, it would have been $30,000 that they would have had to spend out of their pocket. But in this case, it's why not do it in high school as your high school education? You get high school credit. You also get college credit.
Transitioning from books to online resources has really also expanded the accessibility for our students to take on courses, where if they would take a class, but if the class was free, but they couldn't afford the book or didn't have the ability to come to campus because of the distance to buy the book, that created challenges for our students. Many of our departments now have incorporated OER, the online access, and it has made a drastic change for our students.
We've worked with industry partners to really identify what is it that our students need to have, not just academic, but also the social skills piece. So we really make sure that when we are designing dual enrollment classes, it's for a purpose and an intent. It must be transferable.
I do have them look at a program mapper that ELAC has. Create a one semester ed plan. So look at the program mapper, use that as your guide, and I'll look over it and give you notes or give you, recommendations. I always tell them this is not a solid plan. It's just for you to start getting, a little bit familiar with the tools that are available for you, what the classes might look like. They actually get really, really excited about it. I've had a lot of students that would tell me, I didn't know I could be an ultrasound tech or all these things. And the program mapper is really good because it tells them how much they can earn on a salary base every year.
They have their teacher that's at the high school. They have myself. They have the counselors at the high school. They have our counselors. They have their after school programs. They have ours, and so they have double these resources.
If they need assistance with their dual enrollment, such as applying to ELAC, completing our commitment form and completing their K-12 form, there's a student ambassador there to assist them. So we do our best to hire as many ambassadors as possible so that we can service the different school districts.
Some of them are taking care of siblings. Some need to wait till their parents get home before they can do anything. These low-income communities, a lot of people say they should be doing this more. They're already doing a lot, and giving them the access is the biggest win I could say in my book. Just make it closer to home.
We're crossing the bridge into higher education, so I walk them through all the steps, meeting with the counselor. We do a tour to bring them here because many students, I'm surprised, have never stepped foot at Hartnell College. So we do a tour, we do a class presentation where this is what I would love to do, and these are the classes I would need to take, and this is how long it would take me. And so I draw what I call like the vision.
But the impact goes beyond the numbers. Partners share how equitable dual enrollment helps make higher education feel achievable, while students describe how these programs gave them the skills and confidence to succeed, not just in college, but in life.
I always wanted to go to college, but entering high school, I was a little unsure, maybe I don't want to go with college, maybe a trade. But then I took the college courses, the dual enrollment, and it actually did help me okay, I want to do college for sure.
As a first generation, I had no idea about the support programs that Hartnell offered. I had no idea about the courses they offered. I was not informed about anything college had to offer for me. So finding out about dual enrollment classes was definitely a great way for me to save money, save time, and make my parents proud.
Definitely helped me decide to go with a college life.
since I wasn't deciding if I wanted to continue to college or if I wanted to get another job instead.
I always told my parents I hate school, I don't want to go. I would miss so much school, but taking dual enrollment classes, I was a different person. I would arrive to class 30 minutes early, nothing I would do. I turn in all my work on time.
Going in, you won't be as scared, as nervous when you're a college freshman compared to when you're doing it in high school, as it's not something new, you're used to it.
You kind of get a feel of really how independent college is. There's no professor telling you, oh, why did you turn it in late? There's not always going to be an extended deadline, so you really get a feel of being on your own.
If it wasn't for my dual enrollment courses, I wouldn't be in this pathway. And this pathway is helping me get a boost into the nursing program. And I mean, I don't want to just be a nurse. I want to get my DO in obstetrics and gynecology. So I want to become a doctor.
When I came here, I felt really welcome. And there was a lot of resources to help me if I didn't know something, or to support me with my classes so far. And yeah, I feel like I really belong here.
I felt like it was basically like an introduction to college, because it prepared me for when I actually transferred to college. And now, when I am in college, now I have a better idea of all the programs and all the benefits that it gives us.
I think one of the big reasons I joined was to meet other people interested in the field I was in.
It kind of builds your confidence as you pass these classes, you see that you can do it.
It's changing people's perspective that going to community college and not to a 4-year right away you can still be successful as other 4-year university students. Dual enrollment helped me with my college life, because when I was taking it in high school, it kind of helped me be disciplined, because I had to be disciplined with my classes. It kind of taught me to be more independent with the way I was studying. And it helped me a lot, because when I actually entered college, I already had an idea of what college classes was like.
I just sat there and thought, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm actually a college student. It felt surreal, and as a first generation, it was very emotional for me. Just the thought of it, the thought of me actually going to college, the thought of me actually being a college student, and it got to me, and it was an emotional moment. And I just think everybody should feel that at least once in their life.
DE4EC shows that by clarifying what works, elevating proven practices, and catalyzing change, we can transform educational outcomes and create brighter futures. Explore the findings at r-d-p-consulting.com/DE4EC.